My name is Arya, and welcome to Baha'i Basics, where we learn about the Baha'i faith. In this episode, we're exploring the Baha'i concept of God. Wow, God, that's so incredible. How are you gonna do that, Arya? I have no idea. That's right, folks. Capital G-O-D, the man upstairs, the one you've all been waiting for. Let us both try to know more about the unknowable. Good luck! Stay safe out there. Let's figure this out, okay? Roll the card!
God, the creator of the universe, the all-knowing, the all-loving, the all-merciful God, the great physician, unknowable, unattainable, creator of life.
What, we're talking about God? I gotta set the scene. It's a lot of pressure. I wish I could just explain what God is in a few succinct sentences, but it is truly impossible for any mortal mind to fully grasp the concept of God. Maybe more like, I don't know, like... Can a rock understand the growing power of a plant? Can a tree understand the powers of sight, hearing, or smell? Can an animal understand consciousness that distinguishes a human being? Can a painting understand the mastery of the artist who created it? The answer to all of that, by the way, is no. We as human beings are still trying to make sense of the world that we live in now. How are we supposed to even attempt to grasp anything else beyond? Modern day science is a great example of us trying every day to get closer to understanding our reality. But it's almost like the closer we get, the more questions we have. It's humbling, really. However broad or imaginative our concept of God may be, it will always be diminished by the limitations of the human mind. But worry not! Even though the reality of God is so far beyond what any mortal mind can comprehend, we may, to our delight, find expression of God's attributes in all His created things. Remember how I said about the painting trying to understand the painter? Well, as much as a piece of art could never fathom the concept of a human being, that painting's existence alone is very proof of the artist that created it. And within its brushstrokes, we may come to grow familiar about the artist's methods and intentions, even without ever having to meet the artist at all. Pretty cool. Also, did I just call you a painting? Yes, I did. It's like us getting closer and closer to understanding our truest selves and innate purpose, and is only possible when we grow closer to the source of that creation, like a plant growing towards the life-giving sun. Oops. Now, what we do know about the unknowable has been taught to us by the succession of founders of the great world religions of the past, the manifestations of God. Throughout the ages, our belief in God and the paths we have taken towards Him have been shaped by their teachings. Baha'u'llah, whom Baha'is believe to be the most recent of God's manifestations, teaches us that the signs of the existence of God are everywhere. Nature, for example, is God's will and its expression in and through the contingent world. It is the embodiment of God's name, the Creator. The beauty, richness, and diversity of the natural world are thus all expressions of the attributes of God. All things have been endowed with the capacity to reflect God's qualities. Human beings, however, have been invested with the power to potentially manifest and express all of His attributes. Can you imagine this? Being able to reflect qualities of God? People say you can't see God, but really you can. These attributes of God are latent within us. You can see it when one helps out a neighbor, or a selfless gesture, a loving remark, an act of service. Really, like the list goes on. In so many ways can we express God's virtues. So, to assist us in knowing and worshiping God, the teachings of our manifestations provide us with descriptions of physical attributes that we ourselves must develop. For example, wisdom and justice, truthfulness and courtesy, faithfulness and compassion. The list goes on. Such qualities are developed by thinking and acting in the light of divine guidance, and are a lovely reminder to us about always accessing these virtues within us at all times. O Son of Being, Thou art my lamp, and my light is in Thee. Get Thou from it Thy radiance, and seek none other than me. For I have created Thee rich, and have bountifully shed my favor upon Thee. And there you have it. That's my very basic explanation on the Baha'i faith concept of God. We did it! I think. We tried. That's all that matters. Talking about God is never simple. I mean, we're literally trying to talk about the undefinable. So cheers to us for trying together. Make sure you click subscribe for more videos on Baha'i Basics, and if you're curious about any of the topics we discussed in this video, check out the links in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, bye! Ouch!